So I'm going to take you through one of the tools we use here to do a basic SEO audit on a website. We're looking here at a website for a photographer based up in Yorkshire, a young lady called Steph Yeo, and we're going to pop her website address into the top of the piece of software here. We use a piece of software called Screaming Frog. It's pretty much an industry standard SEO spider. Basically what it does, it trawls all through your website, looks at all of your images, looks at all of the different parts of your website. And for a small website up to about 500 pages, you can use a free license for that. Otherwise, you're getting into probably about £100 a month subscription for Screaming Frog software. We're going to start trawling through Steph's website at the moment. So what this does is it heads off and it's going to basically look at all the different things that Google would look at when it comes along to Steph's website, and then we're going to go through some of the details. So we're building up our crawl at the moment. We're about 50% done. We're just going to give this a couple of moments. 70%, 85%, 95%, 100% done. So it's not a massive website. Google's found and Screaming Frog's found 192 different URLs. So that can be a combination of images and HTML pages and bits and pieces like that. I know that Steph's website is built on Wix. And there's a fair bit here for us to go through. So on the left-hand pane here, starting on the first page, is a list of all the internal pages that Screaming Frog has found, all of the links to different pages. And we go down this list here. We're going to have a quick look at status codes. 200s are all the pages that are working perfectly. 301s are pages that have moved. And there's some bits here that are blocked as well, so that we can't access them. And we look here, the ones that are blocked are all to do with accounts and back-end parts of the website. So that's all fine. We're going to have a quick look at the external links. Now, one of the things that we want to be doing with websites is building up some external links where we're linking to other people. We ideally want a fair few links coming back to us as well. But there's a link here. We can see that she links something in there to the Yorkshire Post. And the rest of these are tracking codes for Wix. So that's not a problem at all. We're going to head across to this one here that says page titles now. Now, Steph's built her website herself, or her hubby has, and we've had a little bit of a chat about it. But here on the left-hand side, we can see the title pages. So every single one, if I click that, this gives us a much, much better example. We know that for various parts of this part of the website, that some of these titles are the same. So equine seems to have 4 parts to the page, and we've kept the titles all the same there. So maybe we could put some other geographic information in here. So we might, although Steph's based in Beverley, we might have some other county town names that could go into some of these other pages to give us a little bit more searchability for other local SEO. But generally, we don't want to be repeating some of this too much. She's put some blog posts in down here. We could have put some more event details or location details in some of this as well. And again, with some of the page names, ensuring that we've got some location detail into the page names is really important for our local SEO as well. So there's some work to be done on some of the page titles. And then again, with the meta descriptions, we've got an awful lot of the meta descriptions that are duplicated through the site. We'd like to pop something different in each of these that appeals to each person. So when it pops up in that Google search, that they're actually looking at something that's relevant to them. If I see the text here that says professional Yorkshire photographer, dog photographer, professional equine photographer based in Beverley, East Yorkshire, covering Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, it's a bit boring. We could write something a lot more engaging in there, like discover our outdoor location shoots with horses in stunning Beverley, East Yorkshire countryside. Something like that would be a lot more conversational rather than just trying to work it for SEO. So there's some good things that we can do there. Meta keywords is something that's gone out of fashion ever so slightly, but there are some meta keywords that have been put into the HTML here that you can see. Again, we could do with a little bit more variety there to help us. As we go through the site as well, we'll look at some of the headers. So Screaming Frog shows us a header 1 and header 2 tags. are there ways that we can put a little bit more about what we're doing here? So Steph, why use Steph? Dressage, show jumping, and trick superstar. There's not much here about the actual keywords that the site's trying to rank for. And again, the same with these. So maybe contact us about your equine photo shoot. Again, equine's a word that we tend to use with the vet. Would people be searching for horse photography more? We're going to look at a way of discovering what people are searching for in another video. But Screaming Frog's a really great way of looking at a site, seeing just from a high level what's working and what's not. Here is a list of all the images that are in Steph's site. It's a shame that we've not got file names that we can put some location data into. So, this could be horse photo shoot Beverley, Yorkshire .jpeg1. We can name those files, so there's a little bit of optimization in there. We also need to make sure there's some alt text in there and that they're being indexed as well. See, we can also see how many times the image is linked to through the site. So it's a really, really handy tool. Screaming Frog is free to use for websites up to 500 links, and it's a great place to get started with doing a technical SEO analysis of your website.